Okay, so just after about a week of printing, after I finally fixed the motherboard issue, the printer is broken again, and this time there's some kind of filament jam and I'm not able to fix it so far. So one of the problems is I was trying to get the filament tube or this Bowden tube out, and what you're supposed to do is be able to sort of press down on this and just basically push down on this and just pull it out, but that doesn't seem to work at all. So then I decided to unscrew some of the screws here. Like, there were 4 screws to begin with, and to see if it'll be easier once I remove this off here. And I noticed that there's a big problem again, because for instance this screw here is so awkwardly placed, and you're using one of these things to turn. And also it turned out that when this was assembled by the factory, this particular screw was messed up, so it's very hard to turn it. And so I've been struggling to turn it. But eventually I got it loose, but I'm definitely not going to be screwing it back into this particular spot. Now I'm going to use one of the screws that's better, that it hasn't been messed up. Because if I want to do it again later on, this is really awkward, as you can see, trying to get it out. Because this wire is in the way, the Bowden tube is in the way, and so you can't really do it like this, which is what gives you most leverage and more better screwing ability. You have to do it like this. And if the screw is already jammed to begin with and kind of broken in there, so when this thing goes in there it doesn't turn properly, it makes it really hard to get that out. But the worst part right now is that this fitting here, if this fitting here had worked to begin with, I wouldn't have had to take this off to see if there's other ways of doing stuff, because the Bowden tube is supposed to just slide out no problem, like it did on my Eris, but it just doesn't here. So I'm not sure if this is the biggest problem causing the jamming, and if I have to replace this, but we'll see. That's where we are so far. And as you can see now, even if I've loosened it, this screw is just there. Finally we got it loose. Okay, we'll see what the next step will be in the next video.